Hello Capricorn, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past with this person. It could also be something that is current. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this could be somebody that you've met and you have a whole lot of energy. There's a whole lot of chemistry. However, nobody is speaking up. Wow. Sexuality and sensuality. Boy, oh boy. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I am going to be channeling Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. And you do have some cards here that are a little bit on the dark side. And they are kind of like a cloudy mood, just dreary and dark. This is betrayal. There's betrayal here in this connection and a set of beliefs. It's not good. And there's a whole lot of sexual energy. Growth had happened way too fast. It was too sudden. So we have here doubt, followed by creativity, sexuality, sensuality, synthesis, centering, beliefs, betrayal, and then we have growth under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Capricorn, I doubt that anything in this connection will work out now for me. Because of the things that I have said and done, and the things that I never did that I should have done. The things that I never said that I should have spoken. I doubt that the trust and the faith will be restored. I just have my doubts at this point. I also feel that in this connection, there is a sense and a desire to create something, a longing to create something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see, a web of love I would like to weave and make you the center of my world. But I have found myself thinking about you when I shouldn't be. Thinking naughty thoughts and fantasizing about you in many ways, in many places. You are very sexy. You are gorgeous. I love the way you look, your scent, everything about you. And I do miss you. Yes, I may have overindulged. And it may have seemed as if all I care about is just your body. The truth is, yeah, you're kind of right, because that is all I was focusing on in the beginning. But at some point in time, that sexuality changed to sensuality. Is there much of a difference? Now there's more of an appreciation for who you are, and the way you are, and the way we can be in this connection. I do feel that there is this sense of allure this respect that you command because of your seductive nature. You don't even have to seduce, and I am just simply seduced. Just looking at you because you are so damn hot. You are amazing, and I want to be with you. Constantly, I can't stop thinking about you. I feel addicted to you in a way. And no matter where I go, no matter what I do, something happens, and I will always think about you. This sexual chemistry that we have, it's off the charts, and it's a little too much for me to handle too. But it's there, and I can't deny it. And I can't let it go either. There are certain things that I have hidden deep in the shadows of this forest. I never wanted it to be open. I never wanted you to know what was deep down inside of my heart. But in the past, there was peace and harmony, and now there is a lack of peace and harmony. I want to move on, but I find it difficult to. Because I can't unless I tell you what's on my mind, what's in my heart, the things that I have thought in the past, certain things that I feel would make this connection stronger if I spoke to you. I have realized that I do have a spiritual connection, and my path has led me to you. This feeling is as if I am the yin and you're the yang. It's complete opposites, but a perfect balance with a perfect harmony, where there is a union of the unconscious and the conscious aspects of the psyche, where the discomfort that was once there is no longer there. I feel grounded. You make me feel grounded. Nobody else can make me feel that way. And I feel, yes, we are like the yin and the yang, but if I'm the moon, you are the sun. We come and go and we dance in perfect harmony. And I can always rely on you. I can always know that, yes, my Capricorn will be there for me. Because I believe that. Because I feel that. The problem is, what you thought was a relationship, what you thought this connection was all about, it turned out to be quite different than what you thought versus what I thought. I know we have had our differences, and I know we have a difference in beliefs. And I do feel that what has happened has not been right. There's a lack of justice. You need justice. I know that. Because essentially what I did was I acted like somebody that you didn't know. And now it's as if you never knew me at all, as if I was a stranger the entire time. But truly, was I? I only showed you what it is that I wanted to show you. I only said the words that I wanted you to hear. And that's the impression I gave you. Yes, I have broken your heart. There is hurt and there is pain, and I know that. I'm aware I have betrayed you. For now, so much has happened, and so much keeps happening. I want to grow and to get to know you more. Because all that happened before was fast, it was sudden, it was too quick. I did not get time to absorb the real you, who you are, on the inside, on the outside, not just your shell, not just your flesh, not just your body, but your mind, your heart, your personality, your character, your charm, all of that. I never got a chance, and I never took the time out to learn more about you, to really know what you were like when you were young, and to know what are your dreams far into the future. I have been unable to see that. For now, a part of me just wants to restart, but when I do, I want to take things slow. I don't want to rush anymore. However, so much has happened that now I feel so doubtful that even if I tried, you may just say no. That is how I feel. All right, Capricorn. I had a moment where I was about to say Scorpio earlier in the reading when I was here. Maybe some of you are dealing with Scorpios. Many of you know that my specialty is to read people's feelings and emotions. I'm actually not really good at zodiac signs, as weird as that sounds. The only way I do these readings is because I'm able to categorize them. That these group of people, this is what you're feeling. These group of people, this is what you're feeling. But when it comes to actual signs, because sometimes when I say this, many of you say, can you please talk about signs? Who is in connection with who? That's not what I do, and I honestly am not good at that. That's not my specialty. My specialty is to find out what somebody's feeling for the other person and then let you know. Whoever this person is, this could be somebody from your past. It could be current. It could be somebody that you're not even talking to anymore. But it is somebody who is interested in you. Clearly, you are here, and there is a reason for that. Some of you question, who is this person? You may not even know, and that's totally understandable. Not everybody will know. But those of you that do know who it is, and even cross-watchers, I know that many times you guys feel that it is quite accurate, and I do appreciate that. So let me know, did any of that resonate? Somebody here clearly feels used because of the sexuality and the sensuality. Capricorn, it appears in this reading, the majority, okay, is you. You are the one that feels used sexually. Somehow, something happened here, where on an intimate level or a physical level, this person overindulged to the point where they didn't even really get to know who you were. And that's terrible, but it happens. The only reason why somebody will keep pushing and moving further is because we are allowing them to. Remember, this person has a different set of beliefs. Their thought, their mindset, they were born and brought up in a very different way, and so were you. The way they viewed this specific connection was quite different. For some of you, I'd recommend having a look at my other channel, and I mean all of you could. It's on YouTube. It's called Asnointia Audio. The link is below. One of the videos I have up, it's called, let me see. I'm going to try to recollect it. I don't know the full title anymore. I forgot. It's been a while. But it's around the topic of hookup culture. Friends with benefits and casual connections. And then I have a little sign on the side, hookup culture. Have a look at that one. For some of you, if you feel that you were on a different path, you wanted commitment. However, you realize this person may have only wanted booty. Literally. That's maybe all they ever wanted. So if that is your situation, that video will allow you to understand what was in this person's mind at the time. It's very common, that's why. And since I'm talking about it, I do have the other channel All of those videos are absolutely free. Some of them are on negative energies. Well, one of them is. And the other topics I have is on spiritual connections, twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, past life sort of thing. And then I have one category that is for relationships, that type of advice. This one falls under that category. Okay. So I do see here somebody who was under the impression that things were going to last for a long time. That commitment, I'm seeing the word commitment, that may have occurred, that could have happened. However, it did not. All right, we have a card here. So for those of you who are new, that first set that I just saw, that's the current status. So that's what's happening right now. This is what your person's feeling, right? Now, that's the current status. What I'd like to do with this card, with these cards, is to see what happened in the past. So clearly, something has happened where things were working well. They were going well, but then something happened and things just went right downhill. Now, this is for those of you that may not have received closure. You may feel that this person has betrayed you. This person may have just ghosted you. They may be messaging you maybe just once a week or once a month, and you're wondering, where do we stand? Are we together? Are we not? These are things that were in their heart and mind that they didn't tell you. Some of you, perhaps they did. This is only the two things. There's obviously more feelings and emotions. So here we have Prince of Coins and the Ace of Cups. So hopefully this will provide you with some clarity and some understanding why that particular situation occurred with you, because it was hurtful. I see that. It's hurtful. You got the betrayal card, plus you got sexuality. Good Lord. That is tough. That's very tough. Here we have in the reverse, and I read these in the reverse, by the way, the need to be more receptive to beauty and love and harmony. Overindulgence in fantasies. There you go. You have here a young person who represents the forces of love, beauty, and emotional richness. It seemed like that, but this person who seemed to be young, now this could be literally they were younger, or it could be that they're much older, but they're very immature, or they're just very inexperienced. Here, this person had the ability, and they had that all in their grasp, love, beauty, and emotional richness, and the ability to inspire, but they did not do that. Here it talks about a sense of an individual who's overindulging in fantasies. Now, we also have a different part. I'm just going to read something else here right now. Just one sec. I'd lost the page. There you go. So it does talk about, since this person's very young and vibrant and youthful, right? There's another issue here. You may have been dealing with somebody where it talks about laziness and inertia. Somebody that was not a go-getter, somebody that really didn't initiate it. In this connection, it may have just been you that could have been calling or literally chasing. Somebody who is always initiating, the leader, right? This is you taking charge of, okay, let's go on that date. But why do you have to always do that? This is that type of issue and connection that was occurring because your person of interest was lazy. We have here lazy and a sense of inertia, not taking action or responsibilities. Now, why aren't they taking action or responsibilities? Because they're somebody who's very young. We also have here the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups talks about how this person was rejecting another person's offer and affection, creative blockages and disillusionment with love, sadness and melancholy. So they did not know what love was. It was not 100% there for them. They did not realize what it was. Here we have a rejection of another's affection. So Capricorn, no matter how much love you were giving to this person, they kept rejecting it. They kept pushing it away. Why did they do that? typically, somebody who is this immature is only in this relationship for physical intimacy. That is the issue right there. You thought that it may lead to something else. You may have started off as friends, maybe friends with benefits, maybe any other type of connection. But what ended up happening is somebody here thought it would be in a committed connection, but somebody else here was just trying to F around. Basically, that's what happened. Now, people may say things, they may do things, they may have these gestures, and we believe them. They may even exchange I love yous. They may even introduce you to their family, which is, back in the day, that was a big deal, introducing somebody to the family. Nowadays, it is extremely common, and literally every month you introduce somebody new. And it's not right, because even your family or your friends, it makes an impression. We're still living in a society where people still judge that way, right? Unless everybody's doing it, that's fine. But I see here a situation where somebody was thinking about a commitment and the other person was not. But the person that was not telling the other person that that's what was on their mind. And that's where that betrayal comes in from. Really upsetting, really sad, because as a human being, what more can you give than your body, than your heart, than your love, everything, money, right? Everything. What more can you give? You can't. Like, there's some joke out there. I don't know how it's said, but it's like, you took this, just take my blood too. Like, it's just to take everything, right? It's too much for a human to go through, because it's very hurtful. And with this, the consequences are now somebody's not going to really have a lot of trust towards other people. You, Capricorn, you may not trust people as much. You just need to learn, not from what we call these mistakes, but these are experiences. You just learn, and then you move on, and you make sure you don't do it again. Here we have, with the Ace of Cups, it talks about a lack of emotion, a lack of inspiration, and a lack of satisfaction. Why? Person became numb. That's why. Overindulging, too much of anything is bad. Too much of anything is bad. It's not good. It's not healthy. Right? Even love. Sometimes too much is bad. But here we're talking about overindulgence. Too much of physical intimacy got to the point where it became boring, and eventually the person became dissatisfied. They were not inspired anymore. There was no emotion in it. This is why this person was rejecting any offers you were making. Why? Because their mind, remember the beliefs card you had, their mind was somewhere completely different, and yours was somewhere different. Disillusionment with love. They had no idea what love was about. They were sad. Yes, there was a bit of sadness and melancholy. Now, what I'm seeing here, why does this happen? People do this all the time. It's part of nature. It shouldn't really be happening, but somebody here got hurt, okay? And then they had maybe a rebound, but they tried to be with somebody else, and they tried to have this physical connection, sexually and sensually, with another person. Now, the problem is that person could be you. The problem is they were trying to find love, but they couldn't. And instead, they were just becoming extremely physical and overindulging to the point where they were trying to satisfy themselves, okay? The problem is, why were they unable to fall in love? Or why were they not accepting your love? Because they have not healed from something that has happened before. Something happened to them before they came to you. They have not healed from that. Instead, they were using you as a distraction. And that's a problem. You are not a distraction. You have feelings, emotions, a heart, love. That's pain. This is bad karma. Very bad karma for you, Crosswatcher, if that's what you've done. And bad karma can come in many ways, many forms, many times. Here we have a situation where your person of interest came to you thinking that they can be emotionally distant, but physically close. And the reason why they decided not to be more emotionally involved because they were trying to put a block on that love. They were trying to be that person who can only see things from one lens. That's it. The sexuality, and that's it. Why did they do this? Simply because they were trying to find you. Let me rephrase that. They were trying to find their other person in you. Okay? They were trying to find their other person in you. But all they could feel was the physical. They could not feel the emotional. No matter where they go, who they're with, they will always feel like that. Even if it's not you, even if you think they've moved on or you know that they've moved on, they're not giving that person love because this person has not even healed from the past. This is one damaged soul. Very. The problem is hurt people hurt people. This person might not be deliberately doing it. It's just happening, but it is bad and it is wrong. That is huge. Not good. All right, let's move on. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. And I'll be looking into any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. I'm getting the words used and misused. Not good. It's so-and-so. It's not so-and-so. What do you call it? So-so. Yeah, not so-and-so. It's so-so, this situation right now. Four of Cups. Your person of interest is quite upset. They're quite bored. They're also depressed in a way. However, they're also waiting to see what happens. They're not really making a move. They're waiting to see what it is that you feel, how you feel about them. And they feel really bored. They feel bored to the point where they're just staying and they're not even communicating with you. They know what they've done is wrong. What they're trying to do is they're trying to see if you will connect with them. Haha. No, you should not. Okay? Here we also have the Three of Cups. A part of them is missing you. They do see that there are the Three of Cups in front of them, but after a while, they will get up and they'll finally start to want to reconcile. Whatever has happened in this connection, they're going to want to have a reconciliation. They also want to celebrate in a way. But what I'm seeing is less celebration and just simply let's let bygones be bygones. That type of a situation. Yeah, right. Sorry, guys. No bygone. Feelings and emotions are huge. People do so much, good things and bad things, right? Terrible things for whatever happens to our emotions. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to just reconcile and let's just forget about everything. Unless there's like, oh my God, crazy love. Your person here, it's not that they're incapable of it. They have their heart locked up in a cage. Somebody has the key. But this person tries to keep it hidden. That's the problem. We also have here the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords here. Your person of interest, at some point in time, after they used and misused, they left. There was distance here. And when they left, they thought the grass would be greener on the other side. Turns out, no, it wasn't. It was all phony baloney, synthetic stuff. So they came back. But by the time they came back, so much had happened to them that now they feel completely defeated. Faces in the ground. They got 10 swords in their back. The world is not a nice place. You were nice to them. But did they value that? No, they didn't. They did not value that. They did not appreciate what they had when they had it. Here we also have the King of Wands. The King of Wands talks about an individual who knows about your situation, whatever your situation is. But they also know that currently you are unavailable. For some reason, they feel maybe you could be attached to somebody. This could be a third party. You do have the Three of Cups here. This could be that you are attached to somebody, or you are doing something. You were stuck in a project. Maybe you've moved away. But there is some type of a hindrance, an obstacle that prevents this person from being with you the way that you would like them to. They feel this, that you are very unapproachable. Not because of your attitude, but because of some circumstance that you're in. Here we also have the World card, the overall arching theme. Okay, so there is distance here. There is distance, and your person of interest wants to bridge that gap. They don't want you to be so far away from them anymore. That's kind of good. They want to be closer to you. They want to emotionally be closer to you as well. But this is literally like a seedling, a little sprout. It's just coming up tiny bit. It's not huge right now, okay? Nothing is growing. But there is this thought and this idea that this person has that, yeah, I think I do want to maybe explore something further. Now, this card also talks about differences in terms of your beliefs. This could be you guys are racially in the world very different. Could be racial. Could be any type of ethnic different, any type of difference that both of you have that are from different parts of the world. Religion, for example. So there's two things to this card, right? Two sides to this card that I see. But I do see that it's all positive. This person does want to be with you. However, so much has happened in this connection. And it's just, I'm getting the word disgusting. Some people here feel disgusted. That's perfectly fine. This person did not act the way a lover, a kind, generous human being. They didn't act that way. At least for those of you that I'm reading for right now, I see that there's a lot of negativity here. Not because they were doing it deliberately, but because they got into this relationship or the situationship thinking that you were on the same playing field. This usually happens in my readings, I've noticed. Two people get involved, and one person thinks that the other person is thinking exactly like them. But the truth is, no, they're not. Why? Because you're two different people. The yin and the yang aspect doesn't matter. If you are same sex, it does not matter. We have that dynamic, but one person will think, this is what I want, and they'll assume that the other person is with them for the same reason. This is a life lesson. No. Two people think completely differently. So don't assume that just because somebody's in the connection, they're in the same connection because of the both of you thinking the same. No. One of you is thinking different. If you know this person has confessed, literally they've moved in with you, they've proposed to you, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we are on the same path. But sometimes there's some people out there, the majority of them I've seen, they will literally get into a connection with another person and they think that the way they're thinking of a temporary situation, that is what this person's going to think too. And that's a problem. Because that's just an assumption, right? And in the end, this person becomes heartbroken because they thought that we were headed in a very good direction, commitment. And yet this person was still standing back and they're like, no, I'm going to stay back. I'm not going into that commitment. And this person, their heart's broken. And this person is still confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know what love is. They don't want to have anything to do with it. Because they've been hurt before, and they don't want to handle that again. They don't want to go through that again. So keep in mind this little lesson I've just taught you guys, because I have seen it way too many times in my readings. It's not a might. I will make a video on Asnointia Audio, my other channel, for something like this. because it is so common. The one that I do have is that one that I mentioned earlier, friends with benefits, casual connections, and hookup culture. I kind of have like a little stamp on the side on that, on the thumbnail. Do have a look at that, because it's very similar to what I'm seeing here in terms of the theme. Some person thought of this, the other person thought of this, and they're not aligned. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right, this is Archangel Answer Cards. Here we have Listen to Your Intuition. Very nice. So these are messages from Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Wow. Okay. Not even the angels are happy with this situation. Yeah, there's a we're be assertive is popping out there. Now give me a second because I pushed it back in. Where'd it go? Aha, there you are. Alrighty, so we have quite an interesting message coming through. The angels here are reassuring you. Sometimes when things don't work out for us, it's a message from the heavens. This is God conducting everything with the angels and the celestial beings. Sometimes we may catch somebody in the act. I caught you. You were messaging that person. You walk in and they're in your bed. Right? Why? Why did that happen? It wasn't just by chance. There's no such thing as circumstances anymore. Or not circumstances, I'm sorry to say. It was coincidences. Yes. There's no such thing I've seen as a coincidence that's actually on a grid in a storyline and it's supposed to happen. As weird as that sounds. It's a possibility, but it's supposed to happen. That's the way fate and destiny is kind of written by the celestial beings. Now, the way it works is when you see something like this, when you experience something like this, there is a reason why you were at that time, at that moment. Why? Because it's supposed to give you that clarity. Poof, look at this. Look at the reality of what you're seeing here. Look at what you've gotten yourself into. Look at this fool who's doing this to you. It's a red flag. That is the universe's way of telling you, okay, it's time for you to get out. Let this person be, and you go on your own. You live your life to the fullest, because that person's not meant for you. Why? Because you deserve better. And typically what happens is you end up getting someone better than that person that you had before. As long as you remember the wisdom that you gained, you learned from the experiences, you learned from any mistakes that you may have made, which are still experiences. As long as you don't repeat any of that, then you're good to go. But a lot of people, they still go back. They keep going back even after they catch the person or there's heartache after heartache. That is the universe's way of telling you, move on. This is not the right person. Here, we have listened to your intuition, and you have been doing this for quite some time, which is why you're here right now. Listen to your intuition, because that is your higher self. That is your soul speaking to you, the body / the spirit. Your spirit animates your body, gives it a little charge. But the programming unit, that story, All of that program, that's your brain right there. That's inside of your head. That conscious, that's soul. It's the soul. That's the program right there. Your soul knows everything. It is very ancient. And so anytime you have a hunch, you have suspicion, a feeling, that gut instinct, oh, please do listen to it. Because many of us don't. And we often make a mistake when we don't. So please do listen to it, because that is you. From a long time ago, thousands of years ago, your soul has been there, done that. And so it's more of an echo that comes to you. You feel this instinct. You just know it. Do listen. In this specific reading, definitely listen to your intuition when it comes to this person. Because when you're going to listen to it, you're going to get some messages and some feelings, and you're going to start to reconsider what it is that you were going to say, whatever you were going to do in this connection within the next few weeks or months. Yes, you will be able to pick up yourself again and remain positive. It's important for you to remain positive because you will attract positive energy. If you're negative, you're going to attract negative energy. And for those of you that want to get rid of all sorts of negative energies, from like negative energy like hauntings to people that are just sending you evil eye, I do have packages for that. One is called the Chakra Checkup package, and that is with a reading. But I also have one that's called the Holy Light package. Please do read them before you place an order. But that will help you get rid of negative energies and bring in the positivity that you need in your life. Here, however, the meaning of these cards I'm seeing more is for you to not engage with this person. Now, some of you are going to want to, and that's fine. But it appears here that the ones that want to are more strong. You're more stronger. Okay? The ones who have been heartbroken and are hurting, this message the angels have sent specifically for you, because they don't want you to be with this person anymore. They're saying this is not the right one for you. So yes, it is important for you to remain positive and to let go. Let go of the pain, the suffering, the sorrow that you feel. Let go of the hurt, heartache. Let go of the belief-related issues. And let go of the love that you've been holding on for somebody that doesn't deserve it. They don't deserve it. You can love them in your heart. There's no doubt about that. You can even have compassion for them. Feel sorry for them, in a way. Nobody really goes out to hurt somebody deliberately. That's extremely rare. It does happen, but it's rare. In this connection, the person didn't deliberately come into your life to hurt you. It's just who they were, and this is how it turned out. But if it's too much, and if it's been repeating, it's time for you to let go. Why? Because now they see that you are ready. Because all of the things that you went through, it's led you to this point where you are ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically to move on. Going forward in your life, Capricorn, they want you to be more assertive. Okay? You put your foot down. If somebody doesn't like it, you know what to do. All right? Yeah, I was going to say something else, but cannot say that. You know what to do. Being assertive talks about you knowing what you want, you telling them how you feel comfortable, what you feel comfortable with, what makes you feel uncomfortable. You putting up those healthy boundaries. The more boundaries you have up, unfortunately, the better the relationship is. I don't know why that is, but it's just the way it is. It's you want what you can't have, right? So keeping up some healthy boundaries, especially in the beginning of a relationship, it's good to do that. Because here, with the growth card that you had, the problem is things moved way too fast. It was all too sudden. And it was a lot of chemistry, a lot of sexual tension and energy. And the problem with that is that there's not a whole lot of logic. And there's not a whole lot of emotion. It's just private's taking the lead, right? It's a whole lot of sexual energy and tension, and nobody's thinking straight. That's a problem, because eventually you're out of that phase and out of that cloud, and you're just like, oh, okay, this doesn't make sense anymore. This is like, where do we go from here? This is something that happens if you don't keep up those healthy boundaries in the beginning of the relationship. So try to learn more about each other, because you did have the growth card, and that should teach us that when you're in a connection with somebody, and if you want that old-fashioned love, unfortunately, you gotta do it the old-fashioned way. That's just the way it is. If you want that old-fashioned love, that's the way you get it. And being assertive also tells you to stand up for your beliefs, what you believe in. Remember, we had the beliefs card, right? So you stand up for what you believe in, for what you think is right. There's no harm in doing that, because if the person doesn't like your opinions, there's plenty of other people out there on planet Earth. Okay? Ultimate word, no. 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 They don't like it. They're just telling you right there, no. So they're telling you to let go. They're telling you to reconsider, remain positive, you're ready, be assertive. Within the next few weeks or months, something's going to happen that's going to change. And they also want you to listen to your intuition. What I'm seeing here is a lot of you know that it's time for you to move on, but you just need someone to tell you. Well, I guess I'm here to tell you that now. And the angels know this already. Yeah. Capricorn, this was such a reading. It was very long. I usually never do it this long. But I felt you, and I needed to have that one-on-one with you. Okay. Guys, let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Tell me your stories, because I do read them. I do read your stories. For those of you that may want some clarity on the type of situation you have, I do have readings that I'm doing. They are on my website. You can have a look at the types that I have. You can place an order. And if you feel that you want to have a past life reading done, and if there's no availability, please do just send me an email and I'll put you on the waiting list. And as I said before, I do have another channel, and on that channel, that's Asnointia Audio. The videos are absolutely free. Please have a look at that video that I had mentioned before regarding hookup culture, friends with benefits, casual connections. I have other ones there too for relationships, relationship like guidance and advice. And I also have some on past life spiritual connections, as well as one that I posted a while ago regarding negative energies. How do they impact us? What can we do to avoid them and to get rid of them from our lives? That's it, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated, because I do enjoy reading, and it also lets me know, am I on the right track? All right, you guys take care. Bye now.